right? There's no love for them. Honestly, we don't harbor any feeling towards them because we are concerned with those that's going to be saved. Our focus ain't on bitch ass niggas that's changing up doctrines and is caught up into their feelings, right? Our concerns are those that's concerned about being saved, right? So it says, confront people directly so you will not be held guilty for their sin, right? Yahweh Shah gave us the blueprint. What happens if a brother offends you? You go to him and him alone. You don't talk behind his back. You don't do all that gossip shit, murmuring shit. Go to the brother, no matter how you ruffling feathers or starting shit. You go to the brother, you let him know what his offense is or what offense he committed. And if you don't know how to talk to a brother or how to deal with a brother because he's so-called froward or he's hot-headed or whatever the case may be, you pray to the Lord to give you the spirit and wisdom to deal with a brother, right? What is that? Matthew 18 and tell us how to deal with each other. Then to be angry secretly. And these are the manifold things that you're going to have to face it is true. You got to know when to speak, when not to speak, when to rebuke, when not to rebuke, when let Jake hang themselves, and when you got to fucking hang Jake, you know? So it says it is much better to reprove than to be angry secretly. So there's time periods, you bite your tongue, but in all actuality, you should rebuke, And sometimes you take the low, right? A young brother might be wilding or doing something out of order, and you don't say nothing, but then you get pissed off, right? Or a brother offends you, and you get pissed off because you didn't say nothing, right? That's going off, because now you harboring hard feelings towards a brother when you should have just spoke up. Now I know every brother is not outspoken, but that's something you got to pray on. Discern when to speak and when not to speak, and use. Lord, give you the spirit to use right words to convey a righteous judgment, a righteous message. It says, "And he that confesses."
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 15, verse 3. The eyes of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. Call Holayim La, Abanawa Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Rekak Kwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and the byways. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Salutations to you speckled birds, you Israelite foreigners. And shalom to the Akwaf, sitting and listening in silence as the scriptures say to do so. Proverbs chapter 15, verse 3. The eyes of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. And that's something we have to remind ourselves on a daily basis, man, that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is not only watching the evil of our nation and what they're committing, and also the evil of the wicked and the heathens, but he's also watching us too for what we do evil and what we do good, man. So we must always keep in mind that we're continuously being watched for when we transgress, when we slip, fall, and from also when we do good, man. Everything is being calculated and everything is being written down, okay? Especially amongst the prophets, man. Okay, and these are things that, again, we must keep in mind, and we must also acknowledge and remember, man, that the Lord is always watching us. He's always, making sure that we're being balanced and we're being everything that we profess, man. Everything that we tell you Israelites to be, that we're being also. That we're basically practicing what we preach. Okay, now this video is an old video, but it was in orders in the chat for us to watch, which is a very, very beautiful video. I'm not sure if I think I still might have it in my archives. If I do, I'll put it in the description box or on the comment board, either or. I don't want to write this out, I don't forget. But I just want to go into, the experiences, because what was said in this whole video is stuff I went through in life in general, dealing with people amongst me, and being truthful, and also being a brother, and also not sugarcoating things with people in general that I dealt with in life. And the Lord gives us certain examples, certain things that we go through that we can speak on and also apply correctly in this truth, man. So these are some of the things that I went through that I believe I can speak on and give my 2 cents. Which again, let me say, I'm not competing with the elder. The elder, spoke heavy. He broke everything down through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. But I just want to give my experience on what he said, in general, and also how we must be reminded to do so. So let's let the Bible talk. This is the book of Romans, chapter 12. I'm going to start off at verse 9. Let love be without dissimulation. Abhor that which is evil. Cleave to that which is good. Okay, and we have, again, the guidelines, the instructions to do things that are good, man. Because, when you come into our heritage, into this truth, we have to be transitioned from that wicked, abominable, filthy nigger, savage, as they say, wetback, all those things, those pronouns, those bywords that we were in the world. Now we have to transition from evil and wickedness to righteousness, man. So we got to cleave onto what's good, man, and abhor it, which means stay away from that which is evil. And we know that this society, again, advertises, produces, and uplifts and pedestalizes what is evil, man. So we're not supposed to be partakers of the world, but renounce corruption and reprove them. Okay, verse 10. Be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love and honor, preferring one another. And see, that's it's not something that is just going to happen overnight. Again, we're transitioning, we're transforming, we're changing into that righteous, upright vessel that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai intended us to be. So and not to say that you don't have the attribute or characteristic of brotherly love, but the type of attribute or characteristics of brotherly love that you had in the world was not morally and not conforming to the standards of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And now that you are able to learn the true way to go about that, now you apply it correctly. Okay, so you can't be fake, you can't be phony towards a brother, man. And me personally, I don't want nobody that's going to be fake and phony towards me. You got to be genuine, man. You got to be authentic. As they say in the world, organic. Okay? But be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love and honor, preferring one another. So we must, prefer one another. We must, embrace and be there for one another, man. Not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. So we can't be slothful, man. We can't be what's that word I'm thinking of? Selfish. You can't be trying to do things for personal gain and all that, man. Especially towards a brother, man. You're supposed to be there for one another. As it says, preferring one another, man. A brother should be able to be comfortable to come to you, to talk to you about secrets, and to feel that you're going to keep those secrets sealed in between you and him. And if a brother's doing business with you, that brother shouldn't feel like you're going to be deceitful or rob him or overcharge him. Basically being a huckster. We got to be truthful and upfront and sincere, man. Because again, as I read in Proverbs 15 verse 3, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah is watching everything that we do, man. Okay? So any type of business that we have amongst one another should be, again, truthful, considerate, and, understand that, we're not here to prosper and to elevate and to have a comfortable and a relaxable life in society. No, we're sent here to be reproved, to, play out this judgment, this nightmare that we're in. Okay? And that leads me to another precept. Let's grab the book of Sirach, chapter 6, verse 13. Separate thyself from thine enemies. So we're not supposed to be mingling and, amongst our enemies. We're not supposed to be befriending our enemies. As it says in the book of, again, Sirach 12, verse 10, never trust thine enemies. It's not only talking about the Edomites, also the heathens, and also 2/3 of Israel. And you also might have a person that claiming the truth that's an actual enemy, man. Like some of these Negroes that claiming the truth, but, their works and their fruit show otherwise. Okay? Sirach 6, verse 13, separate thyself from thine enemies and take heed of thy friends. So we're always supposed to be watching one another, to making sure one another is not slipping, not falling, not, so like to make sure that we're all taking heed of what we're doing and examining ourselves. Just like you're supposed to be watching yourself and examining yourself, you're supposed to be also watching your brothers and vice versa, man. To make sure that, we checking on one another, make sure, that your mental is stable, that, you're not being plagued of the heart, man, and amongst other things too, to have care for one another, man, to take good heed of that brother, to make sure that brother is, doing what he need to do, man. You see that brother doing something wrong, you need to correct that brother. You see that brother, about to make a mistake, you need to acknowledge it and get on that brother before he make that mistake, man. And Yahweh Shai made it clear, love one another as I have loved you. Now, didn't prime example, didn't Yahweh Shai always correct the disciples? Didn't he always, let them know what it was? There was no cut cards with Yahweh Shai. Okay, no cut cards with Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. Okay, whether it was sweet or bitter, man, because it was all love, man. And that's why we got to keep a watch and take heed of our friends, man. Okay, we're constantly proving ourselves one to another, man. All right, because we gotta stay on our toes. We gotta walk circumspectly, man. Okay, point blank, period, man. And if you get called out, for something that you did, you gotta take it. But let's see what should be applying to ourselves, man. You should see this. You should also see this in brothers, and if you don't see this in brothers, you should attempt to do what you can to help that brother to get to that certain position, man. To get closer to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and to improve himself, man. That's why you got ranks, and that's why you got, certain brothers that's been in it for a long time and went through certain things. And if you see a brother going through that, man, you're able to help that brother, man. And again, the Lord's watching us, man. 2 Peter chapter 1, starting off at verse 3. According as his divine power have given unto us all things that pertain unto life. That's a prime example of what we're just speaking of right now, man. The Lord is, directing your life in righteousness, teaching you how to walk uprightly. And you got to be a teacher, a counselor to those that are coming in and to those that slip and fall that don't know, especially when you have gone through those experiences, man. Okay. Given unto us all things that pertain unto life and godliness through the knowledge of him that have called us to glory and virtue, whereby are given unto us exceeding great and precious promises, that by these ye might be partakers of the divine nature, having escaped the corruption that is in the world through lust. So that says it right there. The Lord has given you, that virtue, that glory, that enlightenment, that acknowledgement on how to, escape that corruption of the world and how to walk, again, righteously. Continuing on, verse 5. And besides this, giving all diligence, add to your faith virtue, and to virtue knowledge. So in matters, you have the knowledge to be able to discern from good and evil, man. Those that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai has called of the remnant, which we hope and pray to be, have that wisdom, have that knowledge, have that discernment to be able to judge correctly with balance, man. Okay. 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 6, and to knowledge, temperance, and to temperance, patience, and to patience, godliness, man. And if you see a brother that needs to, work on his patience, man. If you got prayers that you use to work on patience, you should be giving it to that brother. If you got, certain tactics or ways you dealt to improve your patience, share that with that brother. Expound on that with that brother so he can improve, man. But see, a lot of jakes, and I'm gonna say this to be clear, man, and not to pinpoint nobody or say nothing like that. I'm just giving examples because you also see stuff like this in the world. Coming with that hatred, that crab barrel bullshit. You're pulling each other down. A lot of jakes don't want to do that because they don't want to see certain brothers succeed, because it may be they don't like him just not to like him. They don't like his spirit might be more heavier than them. That he might be on fire more than them. He might have a better work ethic when it comes to the truth. Whatever it may be, man. And again, Proverbs 15 verse 3, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shah is watching everything that we do, man. So just because you haven't gotten judged or reproved or nobody else has seen it yet does not mean that the Lord's going to continue to keep on letting you do. And I'm going to be clear, the fucked up shit that you do, man. And I'm just saying in general, okay? We're supposed to be brotherly. We're supposed to be looking out one for another, preferring one another, as I read prior in Romans 12, man. Okay? So again, 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 6, and to knowledge temperance, and to temperance patience, and to patience godliness, and to godliness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness charity. So, you can't fake being a brother. Okay? And from this, from when you come into truth, you recognize what's real and what's fake, what's not genuine, what's not authentic. Okay? And again, being charitable, having charity is not, just giving a brother some type of alms, whether it be a gift or, gas money or something like that. It can be, taking heed to listen to a brother's issues, or telling the brothers when if he's doing something wrong, so he can learn from it and not do it. It can be anything like that, man. That's being a brother, showing brotherly kindness, man. Verse 8. For if these things be in you, okay, this is part of our counsel, conduct, correction. It's all a part of us being born again, man. And these are things that are applied to us to be able to discern correct counsel, the conduct, to give the correct correction. Okay? For if these things be in you and abound, they make you that ye shall neither be barren nor unfruitful in the knowledge of our Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. And we are given this knowledge to be able to discern correctly, man, to be able to reprove. And furthermore, what did Solomon say he wanted from the Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shah? To be able to judge our people correctly, to be able to lead correctly. And that's what the elder was going into, and that's what I'm speaking on further. Is counsel, conduct, correction is all a part of being born again. And if I don't realize it, that's what happened with Solomon at that time when he asked Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shah for that prayer, man. He was being born again. Did Solomon fall and slip up? Yes. Okay, because he started following the customs of heathens by his heathen wives, man. Okay. So you can't be unfruitful. You have to be fruitful. And the Most High Son Yahweh Shah said that, the ones that the Lord sets up will be fruitful. Okay, they'll produce good fruits. And do you think that only meant, to speak and profess the truth? No, it also means what's being spoken to you right now. Verse 9. But he that lacketh these things is blind and cannot see afar, and have forgotten that he was purged from his old sins. And see, that's the problem. You can't get comfortable in this truth, because when you get comfortable, you start lacking. When you stop doing the things that you were doing when you were first in the truth, when you were on fire, you get comfortable and stop doing those things, and then you start lacking in other places that you really can't even recognize, because you have become blind. And you cannot see afar off because, again, you got comfortable. you got to the mode that you only start to care about yourself. When it does say, Philippians 2 verse 12, seek out their own salvation with fear and trembling. But still, we're all lively stones. We're supposed to look out for one another, man. Okay, and again, that could come from various different reasons why Israelites do that in this truth, man. Okay, towards their brother. So 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 9 again, but he that lacketh these things is blind and cannot see afar off, and have forgotten that he was purged from his old sins. So you don't want to forget that you're purged from your old sins, because when you start lacking and become blind, you're basically going to start transgressing again. You're basically going to start being pushed astray and led and shoved out of the truth, man. And then all that righteousness, everything that you put forth, everything, all the deeds, the actions that you have done will be no more acknowledged. And then your wickedness will start to prosper, and that will be your downfall. Verse 10, wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fail. And it's all the things that were listed from verse 3 on down to verse 10, man. Okay? Those are the things amongst the brotherhood, for counsel, for conduct, for correction. It's all a part of being born again, man. Okay? And it starts with those things that you need to apply and have those attributes, those characteristics, man. Okay? Because anybody can give their opinion, but not everybody can be a judge. Anybody can be given leadership, but who can actually lead, man? Again, anybody can give an opinion, but who can actually be a true judge? Anybody can be put in a leadership role, but who can actually lead? Okay? Let that sink in. So let's keep on going. I got a few more. I know we've been going 20 minutes. We only got 4 precepts, but it is what it is, man. We might go for an hour. Let the Spirit do what the Spirit do. Proverbs chapter 11. And I'm going to read verses 1 to 2 because, this is where, as it says, those that lacketh these things is blind. This is why. This is part of the reason why. Proverbs 11 verses 1 and 2. A false balance is an abomination to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, but a just weight is his delight. And see, that's what happens. You start to get off balance because you start to get careless. You start to get comfortable. Okay, you're not acknowledging and taking things into consideration. Okay, so you're not adjusted properly how you should be in this truth. Okay, you're not being over righteous and you're not being over wicked. You're not being in between. Okay, some days you may be over righteous and some days you may be over wicked and not even realize it. Okay, because your balance isn't just. Okay, and why is that? Verse 2, when pride cometh, and the reason why I'm speaking on this because knowledge puffeth up. Okay, again, knowledge puffeth up. And we all have that true knowledge from on high, from Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, that is not of the world, man. So when you have that knowledge, it's going to puff you up. But again, it all goes into balance. And that's why you cannot have a pride demon on you, because it also states in the book of Sirach chapter 10 and other various precepts that pride is the beginning of sin, and it also departs you from Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. And with that happening, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai is going to bring calamities and judgments upon you, man. Okay, it also states a haughty spirit cometh before destruction. If you have a haughty spirit, you're prideful. All right. Proverbs 11 verse 2, when pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with the lowly is wisdom. So we have to be lowly, meek, humble, to have that humility, man. Again, when you're having these things, you're not comfortable. You're always cautious. You're always examining yourself, taking heed to what you're doing. So if you're always doing these things, you're going to be able to have the correct counsel, conduct, correction when needed. When all these things need to be applied, you're going to have those, because why? You're lowly, you're meek, you're humble, you're balanced, man. You're continuing to examine yourself. Okay, you're not being a hypocrite. All right, but let's continue. Let's jump to the book of, because these things are needed, especially when you're in a high position and acknowledged and given some type of lead role by your heads in your camp, you have to have that wisdom to be able to mold and shape and edify those coming under you. You have to be able to be a good example of what to be and what to seek to work towards. Okay? And again, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is seeing everything, man. Even if you don't like a brother, you whatever it may be, or if you feel a certain type of way about him, you can't let your fleshly lusts, your feelings overconquer your spirit, man. Okay, every man that's amongst you, that's doing the work and that's doing everything to the best of their ability, they're a man of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai until the Lord says otherwise and show you otherwise. Okay? Period. Because this is Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai production, his show, his say so. All right? And you shouldn't be emotional. Stuff like, doing and thinking like that is the attributes and characteristics of a damn woman. Colossians chapter 4, starting off at verse 5. Walk in wisdom towards them that are without, redeeming the time. And why am I saying this? We have to walk with wisdom, especially with those brothers that are coming in and learning under those above them, because you have more wisdom than them, because you have been in this. Well, not to say per se that you have been in it longer, because you might have brothers that come in amongst the camp that have been in the truth at the same time as you, but you might have more experience through certain things in this truth that they haven't, vice versa. But still, when they get grafted in and welcomed in, if you're higher than them, you're supposed to walk in wisdom towards them. You're supposed to be an example towards them of pure knowledge, man, from Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, and again, it's not to say that they don't know anything or they're not enlightened or have any experience, but with you being in a position that the Lord gave you, you're supposed to be an example for them on that higher wisdom that they hope to have one day. You're supposed to be able to discern matters correctly. Again, when it comes to counsel, conduct, correction, these are all parts of being born again, because when you come in this truth, you are born again. Verse 6, let your speech, okay, let your conversation, let your wisdom, let your your guidance, your advice, let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt. Seasoned with what salt? These precepts, these words of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Not how you feel, not how you see it. Fuck how you see it. We have to be speaking the oracles of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how ye ought to answer every man. And again, we have the instructions. We have the cheat codes right here that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai has given us on how to answer every man with the scriptures according to every matter. And we must apply that, man. Okay, we must apply that. All right. And again, going back to what I said prior, you can't have hatred and hold grudges and feel like, you want to be basically an asshole to your brother, man. Again, every man amongst you in this body, in that camp, is a man of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai until Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai says so, not you. Not because you don't like something about him. You think you see something in him that nobody else sees, or you think, whatever it is, you don't like that the spirit is on him more. You don't like that he's putting up more videos than you. You don't like that, he's always eager to, answer questions in class. Whatever it is, man. I'm just giving examples. I'm not, pinpointing anybody. And if you feel a certain type of way, maybe that's your Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, but I'm just giving examples, man. Okay? But whatever it is, man, that and that's also going against the law. Matter of fact, let's grab that. Because we can't, man, I'm going to be clear and blunt, man. We can't be bitch-ass niggas, man. We can't be acting like fucking hoes, man. We're supposed to be changed. We're supposed to be righteous men and handling things with discernment according to our customs from Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. This is the book of Leviticus chapter 19. I'm going to read verses 17 to 18. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. And the reason why it's stating that, because it says those that hate thy brother is a murderer. Okay, because if you hate your brother, you disregard your brother. You have no sympathy, no compassion, no acknowledgement, no empathy for your brother. You know, you probably know if, and furthermore, if you hate them, shit, you probably could be throwing up curses on that brother, man. You know, for whatever reason it is, man. And you know, some things, some type of emotion, some type of feelings when brothers feel like that one towards another, it might be something that happened in your past lives too, that you might not know what it is. You know, Leviticus 19 verse 17, thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor. So if you see a brother going off, and you know it's something where he needs to acknowledge and repent for it, you're supposed to tell that brother, man. But if you hate your brother and you see him do something, you're gonna sit back and just let him suffer, man. And as it says, thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. So you're not supposed to let your brother suffer in sin, and especially if he's not on a level that you are on, and you see him doing something wrong where you need to correct him, regardless if he's a hothead or he has an attitude. So the fuck what? The fuck? Esau has an attitude every day, man. See, that's the thing about you Israelites, man. Again, if you're going to be in a leadership role and be a leader and being put in that role, you gotta stand with some nuts in the backbone, man. And get out your fucking feelings, man. Regardless if you like a brother or not, man. How are you going to give correct counsel, conduct, and correction, and you're highly emotional and you're easily offended, man? And you got put in a position, but yet you don't want to take heed to the role of your position. Like, come on, man. The Lord is watching everything. Proverbs 15 verse 3. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is watching everything. And this is not only talking about brothers, it's talking about you sisters too, man. Verse 18, thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people. So you're not supposed to be holding on to no grudge, man. Again, that's bitch shit. That's shit of the world, man. You holding on to a goddamn grudge like you a fucking child or something, man. Because, brothers do this shit, man. And, me personally, man, I'm going to just say this. And again, I'm not saying this about nobody or anything else. I can tell when a brother don't like me or he got a grudge with me. I can just tell that shit. I can tell by your countenance. I can tell how you come up to me, you greet me, all that. I can tell, man. I see it. Other brothers may not see it, but I see it. I've had a lot. Look, the reason why I'm doing this lesson, man, I've had a lot of friends. I had a lot of friends cross me. I had a lot of friends that was actually genuine. I had a lot of friends that was actually fake. I know. So, me personally, man, if I haven't said it, I'll say it now. It's very, very hard for me to trust anybody. And I'm not being a hypocrite. I'm being honest and upfront. It's very hard for me to trust anybody. Okay? Period. So just like I'm being watched, I'm watching too. I'm very observant. Okay? But I'm not how I was in the world. If I was how I was in the world, I probably wouldn't be amongst brothers, man. There probably been a lot of fights and a lot of stuff being said amongst brothers. And I'm just being truthful, man. I'm not Billy Badass and nothing like that. But I don't take heart to disrespect, man. Okay? I don't. But being transformed and renewed and taking heed to how we're supposed to be is a very, very big change for me personally. Because again, if I was in the world, man, I probably wouldn't be amongst brothers right now. I'd probably be by myself, man. And that's just a personal testimony from personal life experience. But Leviticus 19 verse 18, thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So we got to love our neighbor as ourselves, man. You wouldn't treat yourself bad. Lord willing, I hope you wouldn't. You wouldn't abuse yourself. So the same way you would, have care, have sympathy, compassion for yourself, your vessel, your peace, all that. You apply that to your brother, man. Okay? Because we got to be transformed. We got to be renewed, man. That old person, like I just said, man, that old person that I was, that person is no more. If I was the person I was in the truth right now, there would be a lot of problems with me, man. Okay? And I'm just saying in general, man. You know? So this is the book of Ephesians chapter 4. And I'm going to start off at verse 22. That ye put off concerning the former conversation, the old man, which is corrupt according to deceitful lust. And again, that old person that I was and the old person that you was, that person was deceitful. That person was being led to their demise, their destruction. Verse 23, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. So we're being renewed in the spirit of our mind, how we think, how we go about things, man. Okay? We're not the same person that we was before we came into this truth, man. We're different. Okay, we're so different that when our family members look at us, they're like, wow, you changed. I don't know who you are. It's like, I don't know who this person is. Like, you're completely different from when I known you a year ago. The last time I talked to you, you was on this, but now, you know, it's a complete shift. Like, I don't even recognize you, you know? Verse 24, and put ye on, and that ye put ye on the new man, which after the Most High is created in righteousness and true holiness. And that's what's happening, man. You're being created by the Most High, how he intended you to be in righteousness and true holiness. Verse 25, wherefore put away lying, speak every man truth to his neighbor. So you're supposed to be putting away lie, deceit. You're supposed to be speaking truth to your neighbor. Because when you have counsel, conduct, and correction, that's truth. That's love. That's righteousness and true holiness that the Most High has shifted and engraved and put within you. Okay? So you're going to be putting away lying, speaking every truth with his neighbor. For we are members of one another. So what does that mean? We care. Take heed for one another, man. We're there for one another, man. Okay? As it also says in 1 Corinthians chapter 12, if one man is mourning, we all mourn. If one man is cheerful, we're all cheerful. You know, it's one body, one sound, one movement, man. Okay? Verse 26, be ye angry and sin not. Now, you can be angry, but don't sin, man. You know, you can be angry, but don't sin. And again, these are all things we need to, you know, recognize and apply for us to have that wisdom and for us to have that wisdom balanced correctly, man. So when you have to have counsel with a brother, it's going to be correct balance. When you have to check conduct and matter of fact, let me look up that word conduct real quick. So because I know I keep on saying something about it. So let's get to the definition for it. Conduct. Conduct. It says to direct or take part in the operation or management of. Okay, and that's, you know, part of our vocation, man, is to be management of the body, to make sure the body is not stumbling, falling. It says to direct the performance of, to lead from position of command, to cause one's belief to act or behave in a particular, especially in a controlled manner, to bring by or as if by leading guide. All right, so this is conduct, man. So you're not going to be able to have these things if you don't check yourself and what I'm reading on and make sure that you're applying them daily. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 26. Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. So if you have a quarrel or an issue or a problem with a brother, you're supposed to resolve that before the sun go down, before you go to sleep. Okay, period, man. You're not supposed to, as we read in Leviticus 19, verse 17, 18, you're not supposed to hold no grudges, man. Because what you hold those grudges, and the elder also spoke about it, when you hold those grudges, things build up, man. You start to build more resentment towards that man. Okay? You start to have hatred. And that hatred builds up. And again, as I spoke, those that hate their brother is a murderer, man. And those that hate him have no eternal life abiding in them, as the scripture states and says, man. Okay? Verse 27, neither give place to the devil. So you don't want to let the devil always conquer you, man. And Satan is going to continue to test us, to try us, man, because we're seeking righteousness, man. Okay, the 2/3 is nothing, man. He'll tell the 2/3 to do something, and they're on it, man. You know, but us, we got to continue to stay in the spirit and always rebuke those thoughts, man. You know, as fast as much as possible. You know, stay meditating upon the precepts, man. Reading the precepts, man. You know, doing the things that keep us in tune and in alliance with Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? So let's grab, I'm going to go to the book of Sirach in the GNT. Salakia. So this is going to be the book of Sirach, chapter 22. Chapter 22, and I'm going to start off at verse 25. I will never be afraid to protect a friend, and I will never turn a friend away if he needs me. So again, that goes into being there for one another. And the reason why I brought this out, because if you can't be there for a brother in the time of need, you know, whether it be for financial substance, or just for spiritual conversation, or just for advice, whatever it is, man, then how would you expect a brother to be able to even hearken to your leadership, to hearken to your wisdom, your knowledge, or even to be able to come to you in general, if you can't be there for him? If you can't, you know, be able to protect him, or, you know, always turning your back, you know, when a brother needs you. Matter of fact, there's another precept on that. What is that? Let me see, because that goes great with this. That goes great with this. Let me see. I think that's in let's see. I think that's in Salakia. It's in 1 John. Let me grab that real quick. 1 John. Just to, you know, just to clarify through the scriptures, because, you know, everything that we speak is it's of the scriptures. Let's see. All right, this is 1 John chapter 3. But before I read it, let me read the that Good News Sirach translation. Sirach 22 verse 25. I will never be afraid to protect a friend, and I will never turn a friend away if he needs me. Okay, so I'm gonna line it up with 1 John chapter 3 verse 17. But whoso have this world's good, okay, and what is this world's good? That knowledge, that wisdom, that understanding from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, to know his pleasure, his will, okay, to know, you know, the true wisdom, man. That's this world's good, man. Is the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, first and foremost, man. But whoso have this world's good, and seeth his brother have need, and shut up his bowels of compassion, from him how dwelleth the love of the Most High in him. Let me read that again, man. 1 John chapter 3 verse 17. But whoso have this world's good, and seeth his brother have need, and shutteth up his bowels of compassion from him, how dwelleth the love of the Most High in him? So how do you have the love of the Most High and you don't love your brother, man? And it also goes into 1 John chapter 4 verse 20. Those that say they love the Most High but hateth their brother and have not seen the Most High, he's a liar, man. Roughly paraphrasing. So how are you going to sit right here and say you love the Most High, you fear him, this and that, but yet when your brother's in need, you're not there to give him counsel. You're not there to show forth your conduct. You're not there to give him the correct understanding, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, man. Because you're supposed to be born again, but yet you're faking the funk. And that's the title of the lesson. You know? So you're afraid to protect your brother from Satan, to protect your brother from being conquered by the damn devil, man. For being in the time of need, man. For turning your damn back. That's a fucking hypocrite, man. That means you have an issue with that brother for whatever reason. And if you have an issue with a brother, and all these prophecies walking off of the pages and everything is going on, what the fuck is up with you, man? What's wrong with you? Seriously, man. And you can't talk to brothers How you think you can talk to people in the world, man? And again, man, look, man, it's consequences when you talk to men any damn way, man, whether you know it or not. It's consequences, man. And again, the Lord sees everything that we're doing, man. Sirach 22 in the GNT, verse 26. If I suffer because of him, everyone who learns of it will be on guard against him. A prayer for help against sin. So, if you're doing the right thing and that man, double crosses you, whatever the case may be, it did something against you, you're going to be in the right. And you're doing what's right because you're not turning your back. But if that brother is not a brother and he does something that's really, to be upfront and direct, fucked up, hey, man, the Lord's going to see that and the Lord's going to, be on your side. You'll be justified and that man will be judged for whatever it is, man. Okay? We got to keep these things in mind, man. And that also goes into suffering wrongfully, man. Just like Yahushua suffered wrongfully, we got to suffer wrongfully. Even if you know you're right and you're being chastised, rebuked, and reproved by counsel, by your heads that's above you, then you got to suffer that, man. Because the Lord, that shows character with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Okay, matter of fact, let's grab that. That's I believe that's First Peter's. I think it's chapter 1. Let's see, bear with me. I think that's chapter 1. That shows your character, and that shows that you have morals, man. So this is First Peter, chapter 1, starting off at verse 22. Seeing ye have purified your souls in obeying the truth through the Spirit unto unfeigned love of the brethren, see that ye love one another with a pure heart fervently. Okay, and again, you can't be fake with your love, man. You can't, let me let me give an example, man. So you can't walk up to the camp just coming up, about the camp, about the start. You can't just come up to the camp, you saluting everybody. You happy to see all these brothers. You embrace all these brothers when you salute them. You smiling and everything else. And this is just an example. You smiling and everything else. And then when you get to that one brother that you really don't like, that you really, may see something that somebody else don't see, whatever it is, man, but you really just don't, you're not connected with him. And all brothers are not going to get along, man. And that's a fact. That's even said by the elder apostles. All brothers are not going to get along. You might have a couple of brothers that might not like each other. whatever the case may be, but just for example, like I said, you embracing everybody, smiling, you get to that one brother, you're like, oh shit. Hey, shalom, bro. Shalom, bro. You don't even, embrace him like the other brothers and everything else. Or it can be a time, where you're trying to avoid the brother, and the brother look at you dead in your face, and you're like, oh shit. You think to yourself, oh shit. Fuck. He looked dead at me. Now I gotta salute this nigga. Hey man, just saying. First Peter chapter 1, verse 23. Being born again, not of corruptible seed, but of incorruptible, by the word of the Most High, which she liveth and abideth forever. Salakia. I think this is not the one that I want. Matter of fact, Salakia. This was good, but that's not what I wanted. Let me get what I wanted. Salakia. Okay, Salakia. So what I was speaking about, if you're being wrongfully done, that precept was good, but that's not the one that I actually wanted. But that goes into the lesson too, though. So that goes into the lesson too. So we'll just keep it right there and keep on moving. But if you're being accused of something wrongfully and you did nothing wrong, you got to suffer it, man. Because again, the Lord looks at that as a thankworthy. It adds character to you. So 1 Peter chapter 2. Starting off at verse 19. For this is thankworthy if a man for conscience towards the Most High endure grief, suffering wrongfully. For what glory is it if, when ye be buffeted for your faults, ye shall take it patiently? So you got to take these things patiently. You got to suffer these things, man. Because again, it builds character. And the Lord's also putting you through that trial, that tribulation for a reason. And the Lord is also strengthening and building you stronger more than what you already are. Okay? Verse 20, 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 20. For what glory is it if when ye be buffeted for your faults, ye shall take it patiently, but if when ye do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently, this is acceptable with Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. See, it's acceptable with the Lord, man. Because, it shows that you can take the wrong and the good, man, that you are balanced, and that also you understand the agenda. You understand that that trial. Okay? Verse 21, for even hereunto were ye called, because Hamashiach also suffered for us, leaving us as an example that ye should follow his footsteps. And that's the main goal, man. Because Yahweh Shai went through a lot of false accusations, just like you might go through sometimes. And again, the Lord is doing that for a reason, man. And trust, if you suffer that patiently and you go through it, you will be vindicated, as they say, which I believe that's the correct word. If I'm not, somebody can correct me. And you'll be justified and what's the other word? It's another word they use in court. Damn it, I can't think of that word that they use in court, man. It's another one, but yeah, man. You'll be shown forth that you were innocent. Okay, let's just say that. But let's continue, man. Let's grab these last couple of scriptures. I know I'm over an hour, or about to be an hour. But it is what it is, I don't want to write desires edifying, uplifting, and informative to the truth, and say Aki and Wa Akwaf. Okay, this is the book of what is that? Sirach 37, verse 2. Is it not a grief unto death when a companion and a friend is turned to an enemy? So that's something that we don't want to happen amongst the brotherhood, man. You don't want to be a companion, a beloved brother, one that's looked at as, a fellow, a lively stone. And then, all of a sudden you become a damn enemy, man. And that also goes into not examining yourself, getting comfortable, having pride on you. Okay. Not being, balanced. Not applying what was read in 2 Peter chapter 1, 3-9, or 3-10, Salakia. Holding those grudges. Okay, not doing what you're supposed to be doing, man. I'm going to jump down to verse 6. Sirach 37, verse 6. Forget not thy friend in thy mind. And that's also another thing, too. You don't want to forget any brother. And that goes also into what we read about 1 John chapter 3, verse 17, shutting up your bowels of compassion, man. You only want to be sympathetic and compassionate to brothers that you like, but brothers that you don't like, you shun yourself away from them. You don't want to be there for them. Prime example, like a brother texts you more than on one occasion, and you ignore him. Come on, man. The Lord sees everything that we doing, man. So, if a brother texts you more than on one occasion for different situations and you ignore him, that's not being brotherly, man. And that's damn sure not the mentality or characteristic of a leader, man. Okay? We're supposed to be, again, forget not thy friend in thy mind. He texts you, asks you a question, something concerning with an order, or something concerning with, the truth, whatever it is, even if it's just, I need to speak to you real quick, brother. I got something going on. Whatever it is, man, you forgetting your brother in your mind. Man, fuck this nigga, man. I don't fuck with him. Why you hitting me up? Hit up somebody else. The Lord sees all that, man. Okay. So again, everybody can be given a leadership role, but can you lead, man? Okay. Forget not thy friend in thy mind, and be not unmindful of him in thy riches. And what are those riches? The knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding of this truth, man. Those are the richest, man. And you're supposed to be sharing that wealth with your fellow brethren, man. Especially when that brother needs counsel, needs guidance. You're supposed to have conduct when it comes to that. You're supposed to be able to give him the correct correction when it's needed. It's not all about just reproving and rebuking. It's also about helping one to grow, helping one to prosper, helping one to increase. If you haven't noticed that yet, that's what one of the things about, that's what one of the things is being spoken about in this lesson, man. Yes, we're supposed to reprove and correct when the brother's going off, but we're also supposed to help a brother grow, man. We're supposed to be beneficial and valuable towards one another, man. Okay? Let's see what other precept I'm going to grab. Let me see here. Let's go to Salakia. I got a couple more precepts I'm going to read, then I'm going to close out. Yeah, this is about an hour lesson, but you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You know, I don't want to rock this eye. It's edifying, man. That's all that matters, man. You know, sometimes we got to have these long lessons like this, you know, just to, you know, make sure that everything is being sown into your spirit, man, sown into your heart, you know. So let me see here real quick. Bear with me. Let me find this other precept, and then we'll grab the other one and we'll close it on out. Salakia. Bear with me. All right, so this is going to be the book of St. John, chapter 15. I'm going to read verses 12 to 14. This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you. Greater love have no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Now, is that being talking about actually laying down your life? That could be another interpretation of it, yes. But that also could be laying down your life completely for your brothers in this truth in any aspect. Okay, not turning your back from your brother. Okay, these are all characteristics and attributes of a leader. Okay, of a man, of a wise man of counsel, man. These are things that we're going to have in the kingdom. And the Lord is considerate and giving you the time to learn these things before the kingdom is brought forth. For you to have a taste of, I don't want to rock the eye, of your position in the kingdom, man. Okay? Verse 14, ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you. And just like the elder Barak Gabar said, man, you know, those are things that the Lord commanded of us, man. And what I'm reading you are things that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai commanded of us, man. Whether you like it or not, these are things that we have to take heed to, man. You know, I don't know why they playing the goddamn commercial in my music, but it's all good. But yeah, these are things, man. So what does that mean? You know, those things, it's going to show forth. It's going to be seen amongst Israel. It's going to be seen amongst the body, man. Okay? So this will be the last one. We'll close it on out. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 39. And I'm going to grab verses 9 to 10. Many shall commend his understanding, and so long as the world endureth, it shall not be blotted out. His memorial shall not depart away, and his name shall live from generation to generation. Nations shall show forth his wisdom, and the congregation shall declare his praise, man. Hey, man, because that man had that knowledge, that wisdom, that understanding. He was well learned. Okay? He showed forth his edification. He gloried in the words, the laws, the statutes, the commandments, the wisdom of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So the Lord gave him an everlasting name, man. And these are things that the elder has read in his video. And I don't want to write this out. I still have this video in my archive, so I can put that up so y'all can watch that too, Lord willing. And the precepts that I read, these are things that the Lord wants us to take heed to, man. Now let me read that in the GNT. Sirach 39, verses Salaki, you know what? Damn. That was the wrong chapter, but hey, man, man's goings of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. It had to be read. It was read for a reason. So, Salakia. But you know what? I'm gonna leave it at there. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it right there because that was perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it right there. That was perfect. That was perfect. Yep. So I'm gonna leave it right there, man. You know, we had an hour, literally. So I don't want to rot this out, man. Stay in tune, man. Continue to examine yourself. Continue to apply what needs to be applied. Continue to strip and rip off those layers of leaven. To continue to purify and sanctify yourself with these precepts and through the power and spirit and words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, continue to do what's right, man. Because don't forget, Proverbs 15 verse 3. Matter of fact, I got something I can close out with. It just came to mind. I'll close out here. It just came to mind. Just came to mind. All right, it's the book of Sirach, chapter 17, starting off at verse 10. And the elect shall praise his holy name. Besides this, he gave them knowledge in the law of life for an inheritance. And we're speaking the law of life right now to you, how we should be conducting ourselves, Israel. Verse 12, he made an everlasting covenant with them and shewed them his judgments. And are we not speaking of the judgments now? How we're supposed to judge? Yes. Their eyes saw the majesty of his glory, and their ears heard his glorious voice. And he said unto them, beware of all unrighteousness. And he gave every man commandment concerning his neighbor. Now, it's not the elder Barak Gabar giving you acknowledgement concerning our neighbors. The commandments, yes. And am not I doing the same? Yes. Verse 15. Their ways are before him and shall not be hid from his eyes. In verse 16, every man from his youth is given to evil, neither could they make to themselves fleshly hearts for stoning. For in the division of the nations of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people, but Israel is Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai's portion, whom being his firstborn, he nourisheth with discipline. Okay, because this is discipline that we're speaking of, correct? And giving him the light of his love, doth not forsake him. Here's the last point of it. The last 2 points of it. Therefore, all their works are as the sun before him, and his eyes are continually upon their ways. None of their unrighteous deeds are hid from him, but all their sins are before Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is watching. Never forget, all our ways are before his face, before his eyes. Whether unrighteous or righteous, whether evil or good. What side do you want to be on, man? Take heed to the edification, man. This is just a reminder. Okay, this is another counsel, conduct, correction. It's all a part of being born again. Are you born again? Are you just that same simple, stupid nigga coming into the truth, trying to act like a chameleon? I don't want Ratazah. I hope and I pray that this was edifying, uplifting, and informative to the true, sincere Aki and Wa Akwaf. So with that, I'm just going to say, Kol Holayim La, Albanawa Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rekak Kwadash Watha Wada Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rekak Kwadash, for putting the spirit on me, my elder apostles, elder bishops, elders, brothers on down, for doing these epistles to enlighten you, to inform you, to edify you, and uplift you through the power and spirit and words of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. May the blessing and election and protection be upon you and your household. I don't want to Ratazah into the next one. So with that, I'm just going to say, Shalom.